So hi, I'm Melissa. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm half of this lovely team. The other half is Jenny, and she's there now. I don't know if she's waving. I can't see you guys right now in this view, but and we're gonna sort of pass off on this presentation together. So here's the agenda. So I want to talk about some successes and some challenges that we're facing, just so you guys know where we're at. We want to talk about some merchandise that we have on the website. We don't really promote it, so we just wanted to let you guys know about it. We've got a contest that we want to talk about that we're super excited. It's for insiders only. And like I said before, we're going to talk about your store credit and how to use your discount at the same time. And then we just want to talk about the survey that you guys were kind enough to fill out and the results of that, and so sort of some of our learnings and ways we're going to move forward. And then just open it up to you guys. And if you have any questions, we're here to talk about it. So to start with, some of our successes. So Jen and I started this back in 2020 in September, and we started looking and inviting brand ambassadors in December, I think. And so since then, we've grown that to 32 brand ambassadors, which is about 32 more than I ever thought would exist. So we're so thankful for you guys. We honestly couldn't do it without you. So that's enormous. The other thing we wanted to share with you is that we actually we applied for a contest with Canada Post Small Business. It's called the Tales of Triumph contest. And we found out a couple months ago that we are finalists. We're one of 5 in our category. And if we win, we will find out in October, probably mid-September, so in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And so we're super excited about that. It's like kind of an overwhelming opportunity that we just sort of applied because we thought, oh, this could be cool and it would be a great practice for us to just sort of write about our business. And then we found out that we were finalists. We were invited to speak at one of their events, which was amazing. And we'll just see where this goes from there. The other thing that we wanted to talk about that we, again, are completely overwhelmed with is the Every Child Matters campaign that we did. So we ran that for just over a month. And in that month, thanks to direct donations, us being able to match donations, and just customers buying the products that were within that collection, we were able to donate $722 directly to the Indian Residential School Survivor Society. So that is something that I know we've talked about in the group chats, but for Jen and I, super near and dear to our hearts. And it's really been really touching to see that grow and the excitement there. So thank you so much for that. So some of the challenges that we've faced, specifically in the last month and a half or so, is that iOS, and if you have an Apple phone, I'm sure you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, has done an update. And so that update has now made it so whenever you use a new app, it asks, do you want to allow this app to track your behavior or ask it not to? So of course, I'm an Apple user too, and I asked them not to track. And as a result, it sort of has messed with the way marketing works through Facebook and Instagram. I mean, on a personal note, I think it's actually a really good way for us to grow in privacy on the internet. But for our marketing, it's just sort of, it's put a bit of a pause for us on the way we were growing, and we just have to learn how to adapt to that. And so we're trying to look at ways to have different strategies. And most importantly, finding ways to get our ads in front of new customers. So it seems, whenever we find a customer, we're fairly successful in keeping them, and we're really proud of that. But we just want to continue to grow outwardly and find new customers. So the other thing that we've noticed is that our in-demand plants, some that we've found locally here and others that we've brought in from overseas, they're not really moving, and they're plants that we know are priced well, and in a lot of cases priced under what you might see in other places. And so we think it must just be that they're not being seen on the website. So we're trying to find ways to we just did a relaunch of the website, and just other ways to market differently. And so that's the one challenge we're facing too. And so as a result of those first two things, our sales in the last 2 months are down by 20% over this same period. And that directly correlates with the iOS update. So we're just trying to get creative, trying to figure out ways. And again, our brand ambassadors, you guys are, basically for us, when it comes to marketing, we would always rather give out free plants, frankly, than give money to Instagram and Facebook to do marketing for us. So if we can grow in the sort of more organic way where a friend is telling a friend and there's that sort of social proof all day long, that's what we would rather do. So that's sort of where we're putting our focus more, and we'll get a little bit more into that as we go through the meeting. So the Plant Gather merchandise, this is something that probably not a lot of you guys know about, and that's kind of on purpose. We don't really promote this because we sell everything here at cost, and we have it made to order. So because of that, it's not something that we stock, and it would sort of be, it takes about a month for after an order comes in for the turnaround and then for us to get it out the door. But we definitely would love if you guys are into it, and if you're interested in it. On our website, you'll see under the collections at the very bottom, it says PG merchandise, and you can look through it. These are just some of the things that are there.
One of which being the tumbler I'm having my coffee out of right now.
And then, so here's the insider contest. Jen, I'll let you take it away. I'm super excited about this, so I'll stop yammering on.
So piggybacking off of what Mel was saying is we would really prefer to invest in you guys and kind of share what we're all about and the community we'd like to contribute to and the things we have available. We'd much rather put that into you guys. So we're sitting here thinking, we have all of these plants, we have all of these things that I know you guys would like to have your hands on. So we would love to give you an opportunity to get that going a little bit easier, but also get our name out there a little bit more. Because as Mel said, we're just finding we're a little invisible right now. We feel like we've got great plants out there and they're just not being seen. So what we thought would be a great way to be able to get out there a little bit more back to you guys is doing a little bit of a contest. So almost as a little bit of a giveaway format, but more just to kind of let people know who we are, what we're about, get our products out there, get the restock discussed, and see how we can get some things moving. So we have a few different options in kind of ways to get these entries together, and whoever has the most entries at the end of this month, in a 1, 2, 3 kind of a format, we're able to offer you guys different things. So for our first place prize, as it were, I was tossing around the idea of offering you guys plants exclusively, but I've really come to understand different people love their different niches. So we figured we'd just toss you guys some credit and give you the option as to what you would like to grab with that. So for our first place prize, we have $250 in credit and a sweet hoodie that you get to rock in every new video you create and every new picture you promote. For our second prize, we have $150 in credit and our Plant Gather tumbler. And then for our third prize, we have the $50 in credit and a little PG mister, which I know any of you guys who have it absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites for sure. So, this is just kind of designed to really, we're noticing again with that iOS update, we're not being seen in the way we were before. And we're really finding that video content captivating. We all love to see, the intricacies in our plants. We love to see who loves what, why they love it so much, all those cabinets filled up and what have you. So we really, really want to inspire you guys to get that out there a little bit more. Share your collection, let people know how you feel about us, let people know how you feel about our plants. In as honest way as possible as well. We're not asking, you guys to make us look, any kind of way in any kind of light, but share your experience with shipping, with your collection, with your challenges, with, you know, everything that comes with the plant collection journey, and just kind of let people know who you're about and what you believe in. And thankfully, you know, we feel honored that we are a company you guys believe in, and would love for you guys to share that a little bit more if you're able to. So we want to be able to give you guys something back if you can.
Thanks, Jen. So just quickly flip back and we'll send this out to so that you guys have got it. So it'll go from today until September 15th, so a month from today. There's 31 days in August, so it's like a month and a day kind of. And so, yeah, so you'll see here for whichever one you hit, you'll get those entries. So sort of in the same way that on Instagram, people do these giveaways where it's like, if you post to your story, if you share it, if you tag a friend, you'll get different levels of entries. It'll sort of be the same thing. Just make sure that you tag us so that we, especially when you're sharing something, so that we catch it. Everybody who's a brand ambassador has a public account, so we should be able to reshare. One thing I just wanted to say is, if you are going to post a product, just if you can, go to the website, see what's in stock, because with Instagram and Facebook, they won't let us tag the product unless it's something that's in stock on the website. So if it's in stock, it's probably better to post about those anyway, because that's what people are going to want to buy, especially with your recommendation. And then it could be something that you either have in your place, even if you didn't get it from us. You've got this really cool golden pothos, and we've got one in the shop. You could talk about why you love the golden pothos, what makes it so special, and how you care for it. And then say, oh, and by the way, Plant Gather's got this in stock, so check it out, kind of thing. Especially when we're talking about the bigger the bigger price tag plants. When somebody applies 10% to that, it radically changes how affordable that is. And then I guess the other thing we should talk about, and I didn't add this to our successes, but now that we have Sezzle, people are using it, and it's really, I think it's making houseplants a lot more accessible. We know that shipping is not cheap, and that's a lot of the times a barrier to sort of the completion of an order. And so with Sezzle, people are now able to make an order. It ships the very next shipping day. And then the 4 equal payments come off the credit card, and there's no interest. There's no, like, nobody's making any extra money off of it. It just allows different payment options. So we've noticed that that's made a shift in the sales, and also especially when it comes to the recommendations from other brand ambassadors, we're seeing like actually quite large sales. So I think you guys at the end of the month, or if you're checking your Buzz Ambassador profile, you'll see that that's starting to grow in pretty exciting ways. Okay, so I'll get to the next part. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch gears for a second here and just share another part of my screen. So this is, I want you guys to see how you use your store credit, and then also your Plant Gather code, so that you can still get your percentage off that you've earned. So I'll just quickly flip over to this screen. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so let's pretend I'm shopping on the website. You can see here, once you've signed in, and just the most important thing is to make sure that when you sign in with the same email address you would sign in with Buzz Ambassador, because otherwise the credit won't link properly. And I've got it set up so that the only customers that I'm able to provide credit to would be somebody who is a brand ambassador. So nobody would see this on their screen, or if you're on your phone, it looks a little bit different, but it's similar. But you wouldn't see this unless you actually have credit available. And so you can always click on this and check it out, see how much you have, and you can slide this if you feel like sliding, or you can just throw the number in, whatever you want. And so if I'm on the website and I want to buy the last tie we have in right now, I would add it to my cart. And then this is, and the reason I wanted to show us all together is because if you don't apply your Plant Gather code here, unfortunately, the system, once you've applied the credit, now won't let you put in a discount code. So that's not an issue for any other customer because they don't have the store credit. But just for you guys, it's just important to first put in your PG Team 15, apply. It'll right there. It'll tell you you're going to get $61.50 off. And what's really smart is it also then says, okay, hey, so now this is $348.50, but we could do the 4 interest-free payments. So here you have a choice. You can either apply the store credit here, or once we go to checkout,
Hey, Mel,
it's going to give us that option again.
I'm not sure if you ladies can see it or if my screen is frozen, but I'm not quite seeing what you're doing on your desktop here.
Oh no.
Frozen
Has it up in the whole time?
Just over the last minute or so.
Ooh. Can anybody else see what I'm up to? Probably not if Jen.
Must just be me.
Can you guys see it? Yeah? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, hi everybody again. Okay. Thanks, Jen. Okay, so here we are in our checkout page. If for some reason it stops working for you too, just feel free to interrupt me because I just want you guys, yeah, it's super important that you guys know how to do this because I don't want you to lose out on getting more discounts. So here we are at this window. I think I lied to you before. Okay, let's pretend we're not at this window yet. So sorry. So when you put in your code here, the PG Team code, this is where we should also be applying the credit. I'm sorry about that. So let's apply this $50. And so now you can see you saved your 15% here, plus your $50 store credit that you earned, which is like money. It's not, a discount or anything. And then, so this is now the total with tax, and then shipping would be on top of that. So hopefully that's clear. I'm sorry if I confused this before. But again, I think just the big takeaway is when you're in your cart, that's where you should be putting all of your codes and your credit and everything just to make sure it all works out for you. Okay, so I'm just going to flip back to this. Okay, so I'll pass it to Jen. Do you want to talk about the survey results, Jen, or do you want me to keep going?
Let me take a peek. This, if you wouldn't mind, I think you've dove into these a little bit more. Do you want to?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've got our survey results here. I've just pulled some stuff from the results just to give us an idea. So there was a couple, like the main questions for us was, what do you like? What do you not like? What do you think we could change? What do you hope that never changes, kind of thing? And so I've just sort of summarized this here. So things that people have said that they appreciate about the role was helping with the donations to support a good cause. So that was really cool to see that for somebody that was actually the reason that they wanted to be a brand ambassador. That for me, that was just such a highlight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so somebody else said that they had great shipping and great service. And so that because of that, they came to us and they wanted to become a brand ambassador and support us in that way and be a part of the team. Somebody else, Mackenzie, this is all about you, said that Pretty Planty and her Plantstagram was the reason that they wanted to be a part of the team. So that's pretty cool. And then others, and we heard this a lot, being part of the community of plant lovers, being a part of, our tagline is "We're your people," and we got that, and we chose to use that because that's kind of what it's like to be a plant person. There's people who are like, plants are cool, and then there's people like us who are kind of obsessed. And so that's kind of what this community is. And I see it all the time in the group chats. It's so incredible to see people sort of not just share strategies on how to get more followers or sort of get my name out there, but also you guys, I'm having an issue with this plant. Do you have any ideas, or is this a thrip kind of thing? Like, feel free to share that. That's what we're all here for, to support each other. Even actually when we started talking about the donation to the society, it was pretty incredible to see everybody started talking about their own personal experience and sharing how it was a personal touch, a family touch, to be involved with this charity. So that was really incredible and totally something that we would have never expected to be talking about. Most of all, it's plants and, you know, followers. And then all of a sudden we're talking about, like, my grandma went to residential school, and that was wild. That was, and to us, so meaningful that someone would want to share that information. So something else was supporting a Canadian business. We saw that a couple of times too, supporting local. Totally about that too. You can see, you know, I mean, obviously all of our brand ambassadors are Canadian, but also anything that we sell that we don't make or grow is also a Canadian business. So we're trying to also sort of keep that in-house too. And of course, sharing the plant love. Everybody loves to share everything about plants because we love them. So some suggestions for change is to get some more shipping options. So we've talked to Purolator, and we're going to see if there's a way we can move forward with that, because that would be great just to have a different option for our customers. Another thing was helping each other get more followers. And so one thing that we always encourage when we bring on a new brand ambassador is to start following everybody else that's in the group. And so we can start sharing. And the thing I think is actually really interesting, I've noticed recently with some of the new brand ambassadors that have come on board, is that when I go to their profile so that we can follow them back, they're already following a whole bunch of our other brand ambassadors. So it just sort of gives us an idea of how small this network really is of Canadian plant lovers. And we often already sort of know about each other through Instagram, which is really cool. And then another thing was exclusive insider sales. And that's sort of what sparked this idea of us doing this giveaway. So thanks for that suggestion. And we hope to, if this is successful, we hope to continue to do that over and over again.
Absolutely. And I would like to add as well, I don't think I mentioned this when I was discussing the giveaway, but a part of that is also making a set list of plants that aren't on our website or haven't been on our website that are a little more A-list or exciting. Those will be made available as well. So for the winners of said giveaway, again, I was toying with, oh, well, you know, maybe we can offer you guys a plant, maybe we can offer you this, offer you that. But there is a little lineup of plants that we don't have available or haven't had available on the site that I will also make available for you guys exclusively to choose from.
Awesome. I'm just going to quickly switch back. I think I just heard somebody come in. Nope, just kidding. Okay, great. So then this is sort of how the survey from least to most motivating, this is sort of how it all played out. So team meetings was about the only thing that people weren't super jazzed about, which I totally get. But I think if we can find a way to make them interesting and maybe find a subject that would be really interesting to talk about, like plant mediums or how to keep an alocasia alive or something like that, I think that we might be able to find something moving forward that would be really exciting. It certainly doesn't have to be once a month, but maybe once every couple months, and just as a touch base, and also just to see each other. I think it would be really cool. But yeah, so sales incentives. There was a whole lot of hell yes for sales incentives, backstage access to pre-sales, and then lots of discount codes. Merchandise, I actually threw this on because I didn't think anybody would really care about the merchandise. And I obviously need to trust it a little bit more, because there was a lot of really great feedback about the merchandise. So I'm excited about that. And then of course our store credit, discount code for your followers, discount code for yourself, and then the group chat on Instagram. This is another thing that lots of people were talking about, how they really appreciate having the group chat and being able to connect with people in that way. And so that's sort of it for us. I'll flip it back to you guys, and I'm just going to switch back to the other thing so I can see all your faces too, and ask if you guys have any questions or anything you want to chat about.
I forgot I was muted, but I tried saying earlier, the hoodie is like so comfy. I wear it everywhere. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me in it at least like times. It's the best. I actually want to get more.
Candy, I think every time I see you, actually, for the most part, you're wearing your yellow hoodie, and I love it. Every time I see it, I love it.
I would be in it. So I'm in my die.
Yeah.
I found that it's a conversation starter too. Like if I go to our local plant shops and I'm wearing my toque or I'm wearing my hoodie, people are like, "Oh my god, that's so cute!" Just because they see like the word plant, and then they're like, "Where did you get that? What is it?" And then I'm like, "Hey, these people are super cool and they have cool plants. You should check them out."
Use my code. That's so awesome.
We'd love to expand that in the future too. We don't have any immediate plans for it, but I know I personally would love, obviously we love plants. I would love to sport any plant related clothing, anything like that. So down the line, you know, if we find this is something people are really interested in, I know we've been tossing around the idea of, you know, t-shirts, something along those lines, not only with our logo, but maybe some cheeky little plant thing or some, you know, cute pictures or what have you. And see how that goes. But you guys let us know. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let us know how you feel about what we've got. You know, the beautiful thing about, you know, this business, of course, you know, it just kind of started with Mel and I because we love plants and I had a lot of them. And I'm like, I've got to share this love a little bit because I'm running out of space. And ironically, now I have probably about quadruple that amount. But you know, the most amazing part about this business is it's grown with you guys. And, you know, all of the suggestions that we've been tossed, you know, have really helped to help us get to know you guys, help us get to know, you know, what we all love, what we all have in common, what we all share. And we try our best to make this a community effort. You know, we don't pretend to, you know, be well versed in this. You know, this is a passion project that we started and it's only grown with you guys. So please don't feel uncomfortable if you've got an idea, if you have a thought, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. We'd love to hear all of it. It helps us grow, helps us build. So any idea you've got, any, you know, positive experience, negative experience, anything you have, we want to hear it. You know, never feel uncomfortable coming to us. You know, we're not going to feel any differently about you either which way. But we want to know how we can improve. We want to know what you guys want to see, and we want to be able to make that happen. And, you know, with a few things, again, looking at the lines we offer and the Canadian businesses we like to support as well, we'd also like to open up the floor to you guys. If there is something plant related you build, if there's, you know, a fun little Etsy type craft you do, what have you, we would love to be able to feature that and give back to you guys too with the platform you guys have helped to create. So please keep that in mind. Hi, Kitty.
The other thing I wanted to just let you guys know about, so just to follow up on what Jen was saying, absolutely. If you have something that you make or sell that you think would work in our brand aesthetic, like we would love to know about it. We'd love to feature it. We'd love to talk about it. That's how we have the neem oil because we happened to see that person on Instagram. I follow her. And then I found out she was in Vancouver and I was like, what? And so we bought some. Jen and I, she was at my place one night and we were packing plants, of course. And on her way out, she's like, okay, well, I'll call her and see if maybe I can pick some up on the way. And so like at midnight on a Sunday, Jen swung by her house and she's like, she was still up or whatever. And so she's like, yeah, here you go. And like, it was just like this really cool connection. And now we talk often about like, oh, I use Shopify and this isn't working. Do you have any ideas? And so it's created this like local connection. And through that, she's told us that her business has grown because people have seen it on our Insta and then gone to her and vice versa. So that's been really incredible. The other thing I wanted to say before I stop talking, which maybe will never happen, who knows, is that I'm taking a holiday next week. So this will be our last shipping week until the 30th of August. So the 23rd of August, we're not going to ship. And we also then won't do a restock on August 25th. So just so you guys know that. And we're sort of at the point now, and Jen, maybe it makes sense for you to take over talking about our stock and sort of what restock's going to look like in the future.
Right. So discussing how, we've been seen online and how that's changed with the iOS update and how things change as the internet does. We're finding that, again, we've got tons of stock online, but we're having a little bit of a difficult coming weeks. Restocks are going to be a little bit less heavy on new products and a little bit more focused on one or two feature products, and a couple that we feel may have gone under the radar, gotten forgotten a little bit, or being hidden on the website. Again, we're kind of a small operation. This is our greenhouse for the most part. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment and I've got little greenhouses tucked everywhere. My bedroom is the plant's bedroom. This place belongs to the plants. And so what we're finding as we're growing and waiting to increase that space is I am very quickly running out of room on my shelves. And, I'm looking around me and looking at all these beautiful plants that I would love just to be able to package up with love and send on to their forever homes. So we can bring some new product in as well to kind of get all of those new guys going, but got to clear a couple shelves first. So over the next coming weeks, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on adding some sales in, getting some of the old products going, getting it moving. Thankfully now it's, grown quite a bit under my care, so things are getting a little bigger. I'll probably work to photograph those again and get them featured out there. And then we can hopefully work on getting some more new and exciting things in. So aside from what we need to move, once we can kind of get some of that space cleared up, I would also love to hear your guys' feedback about what you're looking for. We're realizing very quickly that our demographic is shifting. We started from, something that may be a little bit more uncommon in a nursery in Ontario that we could share the love with. And ship it across Canada, because most folks unfortunately don't have the same things we have access to locally here. So that was our main focus at first, and now we're finding our niche. Our sales are largely focused on a lot of those imports, a lot of those rare plants, a lot of those more niche market plants. So I would love to know moving forward how we can focus on what you guys want a little bit more. And I'm very thankful that, with all of these brand ambassadors, you guys are our best customers and our best pals. And I want to be able to tailor what we bring in for you guys. So if you guys feel inclined, please send us your wish list, send us the things you're looking for, send us the things that maybe, a little bit more common to find locally grown in Canada, but you just can't seem to get in Quebec or something like that. Please let us know. We really want to be able to focus that on you guys and get you what you need as well. So over the next few weeks, especially looking towards fall, is coming up a lot faster than I realized. Obviously, we're moving into a season where, shipping will be a lot more difficult. A lot more of the sensitive plants we won't be as inclined to ship out due to their sensitivity. So we're looking to clear some stuff out and hopefully get another import order in before the season closes. So I'd love to know what you guys are looking for as well.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions or anything you want to chat about? Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll send out some, actually what I'll do is I'll send out the file of the PowerPoint and just share that with the groups on Instagram. And then if you guys have any other questions, our goal is to be approachable. We want for you guys to feel free to reach out to us, ask us questions, let us know what isn't working. We're growing every day. We're growing through our customers and through experiences. So like Jenny said, we might know a lot about plants, but we're learning about this business every day, and we're letting the business teach us how to grow in the right direction. And so, and a lot of that comes thanks to you guys. So if there's anything that you want to chat with us about, please feel free. And otherwise, thank you so much for joining us today. This means the world to us, and we're just so glad to have you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, you guys, have a great week. Yeah, I guess it's Sunday, so have a great week. And thanks again for your time today.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.